in the delivery system.
And then what happens, we do it after, where's it over there?
Well, so here you've charged the water, right?
Right.
And you put it into here, right, which is the delivery system for the car, and put the hydrogen peroxide in here. And put this.
Isn't that really?
Yeah, with this system, bubbling the Brown's gas into the water will make a good drinking water. Excellent drinking water, as a matter of fact. Oh, the gentleman that was here earlier who asked the questions about tearing, has anybody actually torn an engine down? Now, I don't know if any of you are curious enough to tear apart your car engine to find out how much carbon was removed by the HHO. I'm not, because I know that's a lot of work. But as a matter of fact, going back into the 70s, up to current, this has been done many times on hydrogen studies. There must be an even dozen. So it's not hard to find the research if you really need to know. Chances are somebody did it. Yes. Yeah, no problem with biodiesel. Yeah, basically, in the Santilli's model, there's an electromagnetic bond between the HHO and any hydrocarbon chain. So introducing HHO to any fuel would be effective, including ethanol, flex fuels, alcohol. Well, ethanol is an alcohol. It is alcohol. They just don't say so. Yes, sir.
Now, my understanding is that putting this apparatus on your car voids your new car warranty.
Not that we know of, and not. That's not. It hasn't been our experience.
And then next, what's the most mileage anyone has put on a car after they installed this, and what kind of mileage increase was there over what their mileage was before they installed it?
A good average would probably be 30%, 50% and higher, if you're able to adjust the air fuel ratio or modify it in some way. So generally the performance parameters are really good, and in most cases there is a mileage gain, and it's usually pretty substantial.
And part of my question was, what's the most mileage someone's put on a car after he put this into his system, installed this system?
Oh, gee, I really
Don't have any.
I wouldn't know. I mean, I've had it on my vehicle for almost 4 years, but I'm not driving cross country every day. But I mean, there's a lot of miles.
Dennis?
Have I driven? I'd say maybe 20 or 30,000. But we drove a 2004 Saturn from Buffalo to California earlier last year without any problems whatsoever. We got about 10 miles per gallon better. But there are other very significant enhancements that take place when you add HHO into a car engine, when it's reduced operating tension, temperature, and all the carbon is cleaned out of the engine, and the engine mostly stops ballooning. Each car puts out about average 10,000 pounds of CO2, NOx, and black carbon soot, and most of that is stopped by the HHO. Just minute fractions of HHO kill the pollution that substantially. It's really quite amazing.
Can you talk about oxygen sensor and your experiences with having to put an extension on the oxygen sensor or modify that so that
Well, we're very aware of the modifications that are possible to do, but generally we rely on the engine's capacity to learn to some degree under OBD2. And we just take it or leave it at that. You know, you try disconnecting the battery a few times and see if the engine will adjust to the richer fuel. I don't know how interested people are in that, but
so on your Saturn you didn't do anything with the oxygen sensor?
not at all. No, and over time, and this happens to be an OBD1 car. Over time, a lot of changes took place in the engine. For one thing, it was idling at about 900 RPMs. It now idles at about 100, sometimes less than that. The air-fuel ratio, it was running at about 18 to 1. But over time, it now operates at about 20. But lately it's gone up one click, about 21 to 1. And probably what isn't too well known is that a vacuum gauge will do a very satisfactory job of giving you your air-fuel ratio and telling you what's going on with the engine. The easiest way to do that is just hook this up to a T and have a long piece of rubber tubing and just stick it into run it out from under the hood and stick it through the window and put it on your dashboard. But this is the simplest testing device. And if the automotive manufacturers would allow a higher air-fuel ratio, it's probably going to have